Good morning, guys. He finally covered his short on Fubo. Great. Then we actually may have a short setup coming on Fubo. This is how you get an edge, shorting stuff. Don't, when everyone is squeezed out, that's when you go short. That's where you get an enormous edge. $280, say Kevin. Well, oh wait, he's trading tiny size. What? I thought he was trading some real size. I mean, the guy is there. He's a rich guy. He had a tiny position, man. Yeah, these Twitter traders, man. You think some of these guys, they're like, moving some size? They're really not. They're really not. Oh, he wasn't full size? Okay. Well, good for him, man. Any news on JD? Don't know. Look, like JD is a good setup. The problem is it's such a slow net moving name. It's such an orderly stock. Pulled back orderly to rising 100. Now it's taking out this range, gapping over these moving averages. But it's such a slow stock. Untradeable. Like if it had an ADR of say, oh well, much higher, then it would be a good setup. But here it's not. OCGN, man. This thing traded over 700 million shares yesterday. Insane. Oh, SI, it's such a thin name. Taking it off. Like. Pinterest looks like it's finally starting to go. It had a breakout yesterday in the last 30 minutes. Had a breakout candle on the 60. Let's go through my position a little bit. I still have some small FUBO. I still have a pretty decent position in QS. I have 30,000 shares still. Trailing with the 10 EMA. Let's see, most of these names are gapping down a little bit. Which one filed the shelf? Was it Mara? Or was it Riot? Mara, okay. Good, means it's gonna squeeze to 20. I'm seeing so many people shorting this Mara on TweetDeck, on Twitter. And it's not even extended yet. I think it could easily go to mid-teens this week. Sorry, high teens. Because it's still front side. Still front side. I would rather cut off my left foot than short it here. I'm aggressively moving my Peloton stop. I think, you know, it's up. This is a large cap stock. It went up all 37% in like 6-7 sessions. I don't know. I'm happy with the trade. Like everything is, you know, like straight up. At this point, I'm more worried about giving back profits than making any more profits. That's the mentality I've shifted into since like yesterday. I'd rather miss out on some profits than give back any. Fuel cell, there's absolutely nothing on the short side here. It's not even extended yet. It's up what, 35-40% in 4 days? It's not even extended. Maybe if it goes to 20 this week, I'll get interested on the short side. VVPR. Let's see. So I hope this OCGN goes to $5-8 or something. That would be nice for a short. I don't like these low priced ones. It needs to go up higher in price for me to get interested. It is up what, 600-700% in 2 days. That's a pretty big move. Plug, I'm stalking on a short side, but I think, you know, this could easily go towards 45-50 before we get the move. SPWR, I would like to see like 40 first. Chumi, I would like to see 60, 70, 80. Crowd, strike. Would like to see a bit more upside first. Like, I'm not really interested in buying anything. Blink 60 would be nice. One more big up day. Moderna short here. I'm gonna tell you when Moderna was a short. When it broke this range here yesterday near the open, that was the short, not here. If you're shorting it here, you have no business trading. Or well, you have a business trading, but not for much longer. Yes, rest in pieces. Fubo, I would be interested in shorting it if it goes to like 65-70 today. But with this gap down, I don't know. Like again, I'm still long this thing a little bit. Like I don't like these ones that gap down. I hate it when they gap down. It's so annoying. Baba thoughts? Yeah, I have thoughts on it. Very simple. It looks like shit. Is there a setup there? I don't see a setup. It's the same answer every single time. All you have to do is watch the, follow the instructions on the screen to see what setups I look at. If there's a setup, I'm gonna like it. If there's not a setup, I'm not gonna like it. Yeah, Baba is also too slow. Yeah, I have thoughts. I have thoughts all the time. Most of them are just useless. Most of my thoughts are useless. Okay, guys, markets are open. Good luck, everyone. And let's keep the random stuff out the first 30 minutes. Well, Fubo, I'm out. Hopefully Fubo will go back towards 60. You know, if you can push here and then start building some lower highs. For a potential short entry. Oh, this OCGN, what a beast. Okay, QS is bouncing here. Very, very good. Hopefully it can go green on the day later. FUBO and QS are fading again. Let's see if they can make a higher low intraday, FUBO and QS. I sold down a bunch of exposure. Like I sized down a bit on Fuel Cell and Riot and Mara, and just to be careful here. And Peloton, I'm about to, sell this one too. I refuse to give back any profits. I'm up, like, I'm not kidding. It's Wednesday, I'm up like 5 mil on the week. I don't care. I'd rather miss 2 million on profits than give back 2 million on my existing profits. It's just, I don't care. Like, I'm gonna protect my profits like mother protecting their newborn child. That's the mentality I'm in right now. I'm scared. There's been so much excessive bullishness lately. I'm just getting scared here. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't care. I don't need any luck, but people who are aggressively buying and holding stuff here, those are the people who need luck. I don't need any luck. I'm good to go. But I read some crazy stuff on Twitter, and you know, it's those people need luck. I'm just exploiting my edge, right? This market has been exceptionally good to exploit my edge. Okay, QS looks like I got stopped out of it. QS was my biggest trade ever on the long. It almost doubled my third buy. Yeah, it actually doubled on me. Biggest trade ever. I think. I need to double check. This damn gap down on QS and Fubo. Too bad. They would have been 5.5 star setups on a 5-star scale if they had gapped up. Yep, here come the downticks. If you weren't ready, you're gonna have some fun now. Potentially. We'll see if these things can find some support. If they're only gonna have one leg lower and then find support and keep grinding higher. Otherwise, you know, Bad Santa is coming to visit. You don't want to get a visit from Bad Santa. These things, they need to find support in the 10 EMAs, these momentum names. That are fading right now. Shumia, Fubo, AI, Blink. Damn, QS is straight down. Ugh. Hope it bounces back to VWAP so I can get a short entry on it. QS, I mean, where's the 10-day? The 10-day is still, even from here, it's like 25% lower. So hopefully it can bounce back to 114, 115 or something. But Bill Gates is already in QS. He's already in. Looks like financials and some of the old world stocks are... TAN is having a nice reversal. 5-star short setup. Moist mango, yeah, something like that. So a lot of these things are on 10 EMAs. Let's see if they can find some support here. For now it looks like... oh, looks like I got stopped out of Peloton too. Okay, fine. I don't care. Now we can go to 200 without me. I'm just, you know, getting really like I started talking about yesterday. So many things are so extended right now. So I'd rather be cautious than aggressive right here. Yeah, that's what happens when you keep buying breakouts after we've already had a big run. That's always the problem. The best time to buy breakouts is when the market is coming out of a correction or is coming out of a long sideways consolidations. And both of these things happened back in November and December. First we came out of a correction. So here early November was a great time to buy breakouts, and also like mid-late November. That was the time. And since then we've had a lot of froth. That's usually not a good time to buy, you know, breakouts. You're gonna learn this, guys. Like I see so many people getting aggressive now after we already had like 6-7 weeks of non-stop great breakout action. This is really not the time. No, I'm not saying pins can't work. Like, look, the thing is, in normal scenarios, I would think pins is like a 5-star setup. Like, it's a really good setup. But the problem is it's been lagging. Like, everything has been broken out. You know, everything has been breaking out the past month and a half. And this thing, you know, I don't know, you know, it could go to 100 now in a straight line. But that's always the problem. Where there's very few good setups, That's always the time, and you get like a 1 or 2 good setups. You know, my experience is they tend to not work very well. It's the times when you have a lot of good setups, like a lot of stocks are setting up. Those are the times you can be aggressive, because that means the market is healthy. But there's always exceptions, obviously. That's what makes it so tough. But again, I'd rather be cautious right now than aggressive. Like, I would love to buy Pinterest if it had broken out a couple of weeks earlier. But we'll see. I have no idea. Yes, CLF was also a good setup. A thin one, but a really good one. Or not a really good one, but an okay looking. Well, the spies are irrelevant for us. What's more relevant is Nasdaq. Yeah, look, Nasdaq is actually grinding higher. It's just grinding higher. It is. It's not extended or anything. But a lot of individual stocks are. So I don't know. I don't know. Again, there are times to be aggressive. There are times to be cautious. Like, I'd rather, like, I don't see the things that I like to see for me to be aggressive. So I'm cautious. Like, I've had a lot, you know, I've had a little run of my life the past month and a half. And, you know, I just choose to be cautious here. Because I know that every time I have a big run, not every time, because I've become better at it, but every time I feel euphoric, that's when shit happens. And I just recognize the feeling. I recognize the conditions. Like a lot of stocks, you know, that I've had, they're up like 50, 100% in the past few weeks. Heck, even the past few days in the case of like QS and Fubo. So, you know, stuff like that always makes me a bit cautious. Yeah, exactly. Are we going to have a rotation, or are we going to have a pullback? That's the big question. Yeah, that's the $1 trillion question. Yeah, that's right. LPI. I don't know if it's a good setup. Maybe okay, I guess. It looks like, are we getting rotation back into the oils? Yeah, we're getting rotation back in some of these beaten down names. RCLs, yeah, these cruise lines, airlines, oil, gas. This SPR is a really good set. Well, it's too late to buy it now, but this was a 5-star setup. If you didn't pay attention, I don't know. Like, I didn't even get this thing on my scans. It's too thin, but like, if you didn't have it on your watch list, you're probably doing something wrong. It's a 5-star setup. Really good setup. Yeah, exactly. Value versus growth. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. I think I'm off margin now. Or no, actually I'm not, since I added some shorts in CrowdStrike and Fubo. So I'm still on margin, but I'm not the net long margin. So that's the most important thing. Gotta be proactive. ALK. Oh yeah, wow. Holy shit, that's a good setup. Yep. But it's a slower type of stock, 3.9 ADR. But SPR was 5.9 ADR, so this should have been in your scans. How much? I don't know how much I made the past 45 days. But I do know how much I made the past 43 days, down to the penny. But since you asked how much I made over the past 45 days, I don't know. I can't answer the question. You doubled your account in the past 40 days? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're doing something right. You're supposed to. Like guys, if you're not up 50% in the past 6 weeks, you're probably doing something wrong, because it's been like the ultimate trading market. There's been so many opportunities: swing trading, day trading, long, short, like insane opportunities. Insane opportunities. Okay, looks like things are bouncing now, which is good. You're up 391% since November 1st. I'm not sure about that. SQQ, no, I know I don't like those as a hedge. They're pretty bad. Shopify, good to enter now. Well, I guess that's a troll question, so I'm not even gonna answer that. You're only up 20%. Well, it could be that you've been trading the wrong stocks. You've been in mediocre stocks. Like if you should have been. If you haven't been trading the Solars, the EV names, the SPAC names, like the past 6 months, you've probably been trading the wrong stocks. Or if you haven't at least traded some solar or SPAC or EV battery names. You're up 550% this year? Yeah, that's good. 40%? Well, 40% is still good. But it also depends if you're using margin or not. Like if you're up 20% in the past month and a half, 20% without using any margin, that's still good. That's still good. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. But it's okay, I guess. It's okay. But the key is to outperform. That really is the key. Like if the market is up 10%, you should be up 30%, 50%. That's really the point. That's why we are here. That's why you focus on these higher ADR stocks, because we don't bother with the slow stocks. Let mediocre traders trade the slow stocks, the low momentum stocks, the sectors that are not hot. Let other people trade them. We want to be where the money is. That's our job. You're up 130% in 5 weeks. That's pretty badass. That's pretty badass. Like I think I'm up maybe I don't know, not 50%. I think I may be up like 40% in the past 6 weeks, or maybe 50. I don't know exactly, but I've been using margin too. And also I have the problem that I have a pretty big account, so I'm forced to trade some of these like higher priced, slower moving stocks. So I'm a little bit handicapped in that regard. I'm not gonna show the P&L because you guys know what happens every time I show the P&L. You're up 30% since December 1st. That's good. And guys, think about it. These returns, that's what people are happy to get in a year. So, you kind of have to make a decision. How much of my profit am I willing to give back to get even bigger returns. That's a decision everyone has to make for themselves. Like, I made my decision. I'm not willing to give back much. I mean, obviously I'm willing to give back some because, you know, I don't know where these things are gonna stop. All I can do is follow price action. But you know, I'm trying to be proactive. I've sold down some stuff yesterday. I sold down some stuff today. Like, I don't want to sit there on margin and, you know, just, you know, once things turn, like, just sit there and watch things go down every single day. Now that day may be, you know, far away, but, you know, that's a decision everyone has to make for themselves. Like, I can't make that decision for you guys. And look, the thing is, like, if the market is gonna keep grinding higher, let's say the Nasdaq goes to, I don't know, 14,000 in January or something, like, new things are gonna set up. We're gonna get some really good setups, like high tide flags and stuff like that. So there's always, you can always get back in, right? You can always get back in. Like, there are some things, like, if they can just go sideways another 4 or 5 days, there's gonna be some really nice setups. So that's what I'm aiming to do, you know. Look at what's setting up again, and then I'm gonna get into those things. And it may not be the same stocks that made big moves this month. It may be some other stuff. It may not be stuff like QS and Fubo or the Solars, you know. It may be something else. Maybe something else. LRCX. Okay, and what's the ADR on this thing? Pork futures? What the fuck? Are you trading pork futures? Bally. It's a good breakout. I don't know. It's very sloppy. It's wide and sloppy. It would have been better if it had a couple of tight days. I don't think it was a good setup. Now it's obviously a stock with a lot of momentum and stuff like that, but I don't necessarily think it was a very good setup. No. Pulled pork cast iron pizza for dinner? That sounds delicious. VFF, would you consider that 5-star? It's a very good setup, yeah. It was, wait, let's see. Yeah, 2 tight days in a row. Yeah, yeah. Maybe not 5-star, but it was a good setup. 4-star maybe. Absolutely. This is exactly what we're looking for. A high momentum stock. This thing went up 150% in a month. Orderly pullback. Found support on the rising 20. Started building higher lows. And then it had a 2 kind of, you know, or at least like a tight close the day before. And today it's breaking higher. Yeah, I would say it's a 4-star setup. Definitely. Definitely. X, US Steel, not a 5-star. I would have preferred a tighter day yesterday, but it's bouncing off the 20, absolutely. It would be better if it just goes sideways a few more days. But yeah, a lot of these commodity names are showing strength, like CLF, another iron name, steel name, sorry. You know, breaking out today. GME. Yeah, GME had some insane options volume yesterday. This thing, holy shit. Yeah. You should study setups. That's what you should do. You go back, look at the market leader from every market cycle, and look at the big movers. Look at how they moved, and you build a chart database. That's what you should do. That's how you get an edge. Look at the patterns that occur over and over again, and then it's all about exploiting those patterns. Oh, you can do the hyperlink. Yeah, but where do you host the charts? Where do you keep those? Like something like Tesla is setting up. It's actually building a high tide flag here, bounced off the 20-day. This could be explosive on the way to 1,000. It needs to tighten up a little bit more. But in a few sessions, we could get a really good setup on this thing. It still looks explosive. It just they can't keep it down. It's building higher lows, bounced off the 20. The price action is perfect. Like this is something I could roll some of the money I sized down on other stuff into. This is what I'm saying, like, you know, sell down some of the extended names and the names that are not acting right, and then you just wait for new setups. Like if the market is going higher, there's gonna be more setups. There's gonna be new setups, a fresh blood of stocks. They may not be the same ones that led the rally over the past month. It may be different names. So it's all about waiting and observing. See what the market, the market is gonna tell you. Tesla extended right now? Nope. It just came out of a 4 or 5 month base, or 3-4 months, and then it had a leg higher, and now it's just flagging. It's the price action is stellar. But yeah, if you zoom out, Tesla is extremely extended. But but in the short midterm it doesn't matter, because right now there's a setup building. Like Tesla could easily go to, I don't know, 800, 900, 1,000, I don't know. I have no idea. Just trade the setups, and that's all we can do. Okay, yeah, okay, now Fubo is, I just got stopped out of my short on it, so, okay, yeah. Yeah, they had both QS and Fubo, they just had a little bit too much weakness. Not only did Fubo stop me out, I also, shorted it, and yeah. Well, that was annoying, but whatever. Doesn't matter. QS is now above VWAP. Yeah, we'll see what it does. Thoughts on SPR? We already talked about SPR. It's a good setup. Good setup. Appen. Yeah, there's nothing here right now. If you can go sideways a few more days, there could be a setup here. But right now, I don't see anything here. They did have a setup here like 4 days ago, right here. Okay, so most things are bouncing, so that's good. Oh, Snapchat, so strong, ultra strong. All right, so far so good. Most of the names that dipped are now bouncing. Does TSM have a setup? Yeah, but what's the ADR? What's the ADR on it? Yeah, the setup itself is decent, but what's the ADR? That's the problem. Avoid low ADR stocks. If you want stellar results, don't trade mediocre stocks. Trade the fast-moving stocks. No, there's not really, you know, usually the more liquid stocks, you may have, you know, like longer bases and stuff like that. Like the smaller, faster stocks, they usually rest for shorter amounts of time. That's the only difference. mRNA. Yeah, it's bouncing for a little bit from the recent weakness. Like there are a few SPACs that are potentially setting up in the next few sessions. And that's the thing, you know, if we keep going higher, if the moment or if the speculation money keeps flowing, we want to get into the new breakouts. And trim and trail the old ones. Damn, growth generation. This one I sold yesterday. It was like only 2.5% of my total portfolio, so I just got rid of it. I didn't wanna. What's Celsius doing? Yeah, Celsius is also higher since I sold it. But the problem is, you know, if you have these small positions, you're gonna end up with so many. Like right now, I cleaned up a lot of names from the portfolio. I still have 20 names in it. That's the thing when you have a market like this. You end up with so many positions. You trim and trail some, then you get into new breakouts, you trim and trail those, then you get into new ones. That's the way I trade at least. NIO is setting up. Maybe a few more days sideways. That would be nice. Oh, Blink is taking out highs. Very good. Such an annoying. Like if this Blink had gapped up and pushed towards 55, would have been much better. Now it's just, you know. Oh, what the hell is this thing? Oh, an EV stock. Okay. What a move. What a move. Is it halted? Yes, it's halted. It's halted, all right. My watch lists, yes, I am manually adding those. Who else would do it for me? Like, who else would build me a SPAC watch list, or Mariana Psychedelics watch list, or EV Solar Fuel Cell watch list, or a virus watch list? I'm doing it myself. I don't have any employee doing it for me. David can help. I'm not sure, sure. How I find those names? Well, you know, price action. And also Twitter is also. Twitter and price action. Tiger is set up. It says it's not a setup here. How many positions do you prefer to have? Well, less than 20, that's for sure. Oh damn, Peloton shook me out. Bastard. Bastard stock. Shook me out. That's fine. Where's David? No idea. Scanners? Scanners for what? You really don't need many, like any intraday scanners. You really don't. What you need is a good setup. But you know, TC2000 is good. Why don't you use what I use? It's solid. It's everything you need and probably 1,000 things more. TradingView is good. I don't use it much, but it's good. It is good. Oh, there he is. David is busy. Of course he's busy. Maxer, maybe in a few days, so the 20-day can catch up. There's a desktop app for TradingView, really? Interesting. I'm gonna check it out. Where do you download it though? Oh, beta. Well, I'll try it out. TC 20,000 is better than TradingView. Yeah, I think so too. For me, at least. Oh, look at this. Just sign in and see what we get here. Do I sign in with Google? How do I? Let's see. Wait. Let's see if I log out. Now sign in again. Oh, that's the password. Okay. This may actually, well, it obviously takes a little bit. Like what I like with trading, you can just scroll back like forever. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Apple in the 1980s. You can't do it with TC2000. You can only scroll back 5 years on the daily chart. Horrible. It's a boomer company. It's because boomers are running it. That's why you can't scroll back more. This TradingView is obviously not a boomer-led company, so they're. But other than that, TC2000 is really good. Looks like weakness is starting to set in on these names again, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. This CrowdStrike was like a 4.5-star setup. Doesn't have that much range, but you know, if you can go down 15%, I'll be happy. It's just a large cap, but it's not one of these hyper momentum stocks. This DM battery stock is holding up pretty well, considering QS is down. Tattoo chef. I don't see a setup here, no. AA, Alcoa, yeah, it's actually, yeah, I would prefer a few more days of sideways, but you know, there could be a setup today. There's a lot of these commodity names are going sideways, and you know, there could be, you know, look, maybe next, maybe here in year end and in January, maybe we're gonna play these commodity names instead of these growth names. I don't know. A lot of them are starting to like set up. KSS, yeah, maybe, yeah, maybe, not, yeah, I don't know. I would prefer more sideways. So QS just bounced off VWAP. Yeah, Amazon and Nvidia, those are the two. Like, I can't believe how tight these things are. Unbelievable. Like, look at the weekly on these things. Insane. So tight. Unbelievable. Really unbelievable. Oh, this Soxol triple semiconductor ETF. This thing is also getting really tight. I'm gonna watch it both for a long and a short. I hope it breaks to the upside, results to the upside. CCJ, it's an okay setup. It's a so-so. I would prefer a few more days of sideways. It's a uranium stock. PRPL. No, there's nothing here. It's not a leader. It's not a moment. It's not. It's not surfing the 10, 20, or the 50 day. There's nothing there. You need to review the YouTube video. PLT. Maybe if it goes sideways a bit more. Yeah, he wants to merge DM and MP. Okay, yeah. Molycorp. This was a momentum stock like back in like 2011, and then I think they went bankrupt, and now they're back in the markets. What is true? Spotify. Yeah, it's starting to set up. A few more days of sideways would be ideal. Yeah, they went bankrupt. Yep, they had a big run, and then it went down like 99%, and now they're back. Yeah. The CEO cashed out, and the suckers, they lost their money. That's how it works. Yeah, yeah, MCP went down for years and years. It was down like 50% per year for like 5 years in a row. It was down every single year, and then went to sub-dollar. Yeah, MCP. And now this team symbol is MP. Interesting. Why didn't they... Wait, MPC. Is there another stock? Oh yeah, Marathon. Wait, MPC. Wait. No, MCP was their symbol. Yeah. Why is their symbol not MCP again? Oh, because they changed their name, MP Materials. They used to be Molycorp. Okay, that's why. Yeah. You probably don't want to have the same symbol you went bankrupt with. That's true. But maybe this time they will work out, who knows? I don't know anything about the company, so I don't know. I know they do some rare minerals, rare earths. Other than that, I don't know anything about it. Maybe it works out this time, no idea. No idea. The CNK is another one. Cinema stock. If you can tighten up a little bit, it would be a good setup. What's how AMC look? Oh, AMC looks like shit, but CNK actually could be an okay setup if it sets up, if it tightens up a little bit more. So we are gonna go from trading battery stocks and tech stocks to trading cinemas and steel names. What the hell is wrong with us? You. Brandy love names? Yeah. Six Flags, yeah, if it tightens up a little bit. Why trade cinema stocks when you get things like Fubo and Roku? Because there are setups in cinema stocks. Or at least in one cinema stock. I don't see a setup in Roku or Fubo. They're just straight up for a long time. Exactly. Trade setups, not your favorite stocks. Trade setup, not companies. THCX, cannabis ETF, ultra thin. But yeah, it's yeah. I'm starting to see some cannabis and shroom names on my watch lists. Oh, this thing is so thin. I can't trade it. But you know, stuff like CGC maybe in a few days. Tilray maybe in a few days. LAC, if you can go back to all-time highs, sure. Maybe next week. Why not next week in this market? SSPK. Weed maps. Oh yeah, it's another weed stock. GNLN. GNLN. What's this? I don't know. Maybe. Lift. Yeah, it still keeps going. All you have to do is trail it with the 10-day. Look at how nicely it undercut the 10-day and closed in range. This is why you wait for the end, for the close, and not freak out intraday. Leaps on AMC good. Why would you want to buy AMC? Do you want to lose your money? It looks like it's gonna go bankrupt. Like, if the funds don't want to own it, why do you want to own it? It's going straight down. Why do you want to buy this thing? Kirk, Solo. Yeah, it's setting up. Like, I don't care if the equity is worth anything. Like, as far as I'm concerned, none of the companies I have in my portfolio are worth anything. But as long as the funds keep buying them, I want to own them. I want to own it. Same thing with AMC. Like, if it sets up, I want to own it. But right now, like, it looks like shit. If you trade stuff like that look like shit, your results gonna be shit. That's how it is. Lower leg higher? What do you mean lower leg higher? My scan for lower leg higher? You mean my lower liquidity, higher ADR? This is it. It just picks up the stocks that have higher ADR and lower liquidity, just as the scan says. These are the criteria. You can take a screenshot now if you want to. Actually, I'm gonna tighten up the criteria a little bit. IMAX, yeah, and if AMC sets up like this, then you can own it. But right now, like, no thanks. JWN, yeah, like a lot of these things are flagging. Is Macy's flagging? Yeah, Macy's too. BBBY, not this one. BBY, not this one. Okay, yeah, I mean, these things are absolutely. Yeah, so many people, they just can't understand the difference between trading and investing. I see it all the time. You know, people trade the stocks they love, and they just, you know, you have to make a distinction. You can't trade and invest at the same time. Well, you can, but not in the same accounts. If you're trading, trade. If you're investing, invest. But if you're investing and not trading, you have no business being in my stream. This is a trading stream. We want to outperform the market. We want extraordinary results, not mediocre results. And then you have to, you know, trade extraordinary stocks. Trade extraordinary setups. Ozon is a Russian e-commerce platform. Flag is not flagging. I don't see a flag here. Oh, fuel cell about to take out the highs. Interesting. Yeah, I sold some Riot and Mara. I've scaled out. I still have most of my shares. I still have like 3/4 of my Riot and Mara. And GBTC, I barely sold any. Oh, it's not an ETF yet? I thought it was an ETF. Oh, it's like some kind of a trust, right? Yeah, it's some kind of a trust. Oh, oh wait, so you mean the funds can't own GBTC? I guess most of them can't, right? I guess some of them can. Because I don't think this is all retail buying. I think there are also some funds buying it. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Are they gonna change it to an ETF soon, or? Oh, OCG and taking out highs of the day. Wow, I really hope this thing goes like $5-6. This is the market we are in right now. Holy shit. Maybe it goes to $10. I don't know. OBTC, you mean GBTC, when it broke out? Oh, looks like I got stopped out of my NXTD from yesterday. It's a small Bitcoin play. I bought 300,000 shares as a starter. Looks like I got stopped out of it now. Wait, did I? Where is it? Oh yeah, I did. But I'm gonna rebuy. This is, I think it's a good setup. It's flagging really nicely on the 60-minute here. Really nice flag. So yes, you know, I'll easily rebuy it, and next time I'll have more size than 300,000 shares. QS, I think I'm gonna try it on the short side if it loses VWAP later. Potentially, I'm not gonna do any insane size, but you know, the gap down ruined the setup. Like I really think it was getting extended, and then we got this stupid gap down, and then it ruined the whole setup. We'll see. I'm gonna try some small, maybe. We'll see. GAN range break. Well, it's just a random stock doing a random thing. Well, DQ, yeah, well, you know, it's been straight up for 2 weeks, so a little bit of a rest day is not out of the question here. What I said about Fubo at 15, yeah. And I was right. I don't see anything here. The setup, here was the setup. I'm gonna show you where the setup. This was the setup to buy it. Here's the setup. There's the technical setup. This was your edge. You want to get the randomness out of your trading. Just because you like a company, or you know, other people like it, doesn't mean you can just randomly buy stuff here and there. If you want an edge, you need specific setups. This was a specific setup. And the stock doubled, more than doubled in what, 5 sessions? A random stock, huge insider buying at 11. Well, sure, a lot of stocks have a huge insider buying. That's not a trade. A trade is where you get a setup. Well, it can be, but it's not my Python setup. I mean, the thing is, you can build a setup around anything. You can just trade technicals. You can combine fundamentals and technicals, like I do. Combine fundamentals and sentiment, like I also do. You know, like you can trade a, you can do a setup around anything, really. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. When you get massive insider buying, that can be really good. Red, wait, do you say Redfin is red? Yeah, it is. This is like what, the second red day in a month? Insane. Just up every single day. XXII. Wow, it's actually setting up. Isn't this a weed-related name? Let's see. Tobaccos. Wait. This is wait. I remember I traded it back in 2017. This is some kind of a smoking stock. It's a marijuana weed name. Okay. Yeah, it's a nice setup, especially if we can go sideways a few more days. That would be great. NNDM, where do you enter? Did you enter here on the breakout? In that case, yeah, if you sold half here, this is day 5 or 4 or whatever. Sure, yeah. And on this one, I would use the 10-day. I would use the 10-day moving average. I think the 10 EMA is a bit too wide. But if it keeps going straight up, like towards 13, 15, like in a straight line, then I would be using the 10-day. But it's not like super extended yet. Yeah, it had a 45% move. But it could. I would be using the 10-day. But GLSI, I don't see anything here. Or, well, I mean, it could work. It could work. I would prefer it go sideways a bit and then maybe break out of a range. How often do I get stopped out? Happens quite a bit. But most of the time you can just buy it right back. Do you feel you should change your type of a stop? Nope. My stops are bulletproof. They're perfect. That's the main problem new traders have. They get stopped out and they think there's something wrong with their stop. And they start tinkering. My stops are super solid. I never second guess them anymore. Pretty much never. QS, I was using the 10 EMA on the 60-minute chart. That was my that's what I was using. Yeah, I usually use the 10 and 20 day, and sometimes when it's like a hyper fast mover, sounds like Fubo and QS, like the stocks that go up 50, 100% in a few days, then I start using the 10 and 20 EMAs on the 60-minute chart, because the 10 and 20 day moving averages, they're just so far off that you would be giving back most or all your profits if those would hit. But on like normal stocks like Snapchat and Square, I use like the 10 and 20 day moving averages. But you guys would know that if you had followed the instructions on the screen. Why you took DM setup, not GLSI? because DM had a really good setup and it's a hot sector. Well, that wasn't a super great setup, but it's a hot sector. GLSI, it's just I don't know, some cancer stock, you know. It's not the same type of setup. But if the 20-day catches up, there could be a setup here. Okay, guys, I'm gonna cut the stream now. So I get. Oh yeah, the market is open tomorrow. Yeah. So I'm not gonna wish you a Merry Christmas yet. I'm gonna wish you a Merry Christmas tomorrow. Okay, guys. Good luck and see you tomorrow. See ya. And pro tip: don't forget to buy Christmas presents. Friendly reminder if you haven't done it already.